Bodrum is a dream of blue. The sky above the bougainvillea-draped gumdrop houses stretches up like a generous door to eternity. This is why the fisherman of Halicarnassus, who changed the fate of Bodrum and changed his own fate with Bodrum, says, "This is the land of the vast skies." The peninsula, brought to life by the sea, is like a child who cannot sit still. Its foamy, surging waves murmur as if they were hymns of freedom. Karia's archipelago of the Aegean has trained many sailors since ancient times. Sponge divers are undoubtedly the most fearless heroes of Bodrum history. For these sea expats who stay on the open sea for months and collect sponges for hours, life is at the end of a hose that provides air from the boat. The history of Halicarnassus, where blue voyage culture was born and wooden tirhandils were brought to life by skilled hands, is hidden in the depths of the waters. Beams of light are the generous, dazzling invitation of this extraordinary world. Meetings are experienced in their most magnificent form upon these waters. When the invitation is an attractive and inviting mancorna. Mancorna's loving embrace of the sponge, to which he dedicated his life, is an expression of devotion. Once the cornerstone of Bodrum's economy, there are more than 100 types of these sponges on our shores. These creatures, the simplest forms of multicellular organisms, provide natural filtration of the sea. Sponges, which are comfortable stops for species that are dependent on the sea floor, are also a feeding, breeding, and habitat area for some creatures, namely gastropods. Although the population of these creatures, which are found in all oceans and seas of the world, is endangered from time to time due to global warming and infectious viruses, sponge diving is an Aegean sea legend that will always be remembered. Many interesting and colorful sea creatures live in these waters. The vast sea meadows, which are safe in the depths of Bodrum, are the protection, breeding, and habitat of many sea creatures. These hard-working underwater forests are also the source of 20% of the oxygen in the air we breathe. Life in the water is calm, unlike on land. Sometimes an insect comes out of its nest and greets its sea friends. Sometimes a fish gazes at the guests of the silent world with a confused look. Golden and dusky grouper are important parts of this ecosystem. For Bodrum residents, the sea is life. It is possible to see the most beautiful form of solidarity in the cool waters of the sometimes calm and sometimes angry Aegean. The mullet, barracuda, learfish, bream, selema, and dusky spinefish roam in harmonious flocks. These synchronized movements may seem like a dance to an observer, but they do this to avoid falling prey to predators. Some creatures have learned from birth to take care of themselves. Sometimes they carry their nests on their backs to protect them from danger. And sometimes they dig a shelter and hide. In the underwater world of Bodrum, every living thing is the star of its own world. Their admirable harmony with nature is hidden in the details. From its natural beauties to its archaeology and shipwrecks, from the castle built by the Knights of St. John to its museums, which are historical corridors, Bodrum is a sea and maritime city. The lovely merging of green and blue in its bays is a source of inspiration for all kinds of art, and its beauty makes everyone fall in love with it. That's why those who come to Bodrum once become a regular. Bodrum is very beautiful when viewed from above, but its real beauty is hidden in its deep blue waters. Bodrum Municipality.